This is a demonstration of Circutron's automatic reverse circuit AR2. The AR2 differs from the AR1 in that it allows a time delay at each stopping point. I purchased Bachmann's San Francisco cable car, which I will have running up and down the center of my town. But because my layout is not DCC, I have to control everything manually. I don't need to spend extra time trying to control my trolley or my cable car, so I've purchased the Circutron AR2 to handle that for me. This is the Circutron circuit board. As you can see, the posts are all clearly marked for the wiring. The one that says delay is used in connection with Circutron's DT4 if you want intermittent stops between the end of your line. I'll not be doing that today. Up in here you can see the DC power in and out, and the hookups here, and the power in for the circuit board. I'll be showing you that wiring as we set up and demonstrate how it works. The circuit board recognizes when the train gets to the end of the line using an opto sensor. That's OPTO sensor. Here's one. They're made by Circutron and other manufacturers such as Miniatronics. I have a few pieces of Bachmann Easy Track here, and what I've done is I've drilled a couple of holes in between the ties, run the opto sensor through it, and bent the leads out so that I can attach to them. We don't need to derail the train. Let's get that in right. There we go. Oh, now the other side's off. Time for glasses. There we are. Okay. Now the wiring is quite simple. I'll take one lead, I'll attach it to S1, stop point 1 I'm guessing, and attach it to the lead. And then I have one for stop point 2, and attach it to the other stop point. Now I have to get the power back to the circuit board. So go over to the other lead on this side. Am I on? Okay. And the lead on this side. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Now we'll run these two together. And put a lead on to take it back to the circuit board. Attach it to the post that says SD. Okay. Now we'll power the circuit board. As you can see here, I have a simple Bachmann controller. I've attached my leads to the constant AC output. It is important to note that it requires 16 volts AC to run the circuit board, but a maximum of 18 volts. Now, this Bachmann transformer, as you can see, I mark it that it's tested at 16. I've tested that with my voltage meter here because although this one tested at 16.5 volts, my other three Bachmann transformers tested at over 21 volts. Just because the transformer says 16 volts doesn't mean that that's what you're getting. So use your voltage meter and test it, or you can ruin your circuit board. Okay, I'll attach my leads to the plus and minus. It's also important to note that the polarity of the track leads and the circuit board have to match, or it doesn't work. The train will run right over the optosensors and keep going. If that should happen to you when you set it up, all you have to do is reverse the polarity on your tracks using either the controller or switching the leads on your tracks, and then they'll match up and then it will work. Alright, I have my leads coming, my DC leads coming from my controller, and I will attach them to the in posts. I'll get my leads and attach them to the outposts. And attach those to the track. Okay, now that the wiring is complete, we have two more steps to go through. The sensitivity of the optosensors must be set for the ambient light in the room where you're going to be using your AR2. That's what these two wheels do right here. One's for one point and one for the other. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn my power on, and I'm going to turn this wheel until the red light comes on. Once the red light is on, I'll turn it back. Let me do that one more time because this wheel over here has to be turned completely counterclockwise. This is the time delay. The time delay needs to be turned off. We don't want it interfering with the circuit board while we're setting the sensitivity. Alright, now we'll try it again. We'll turn this until the light comes on. When the light comes on, that is the sensitivity level. We'll set it back until the light goes off, and that's as far as you need to go back. Then we'll set the other one, same way. Turn it until the light comes on, and then flip it back until the light goes off. Now we can set the time delay. The time delay is the maximum of 1 minute, and that would be turning it completely clockwise. I'm going to turn it about 1/8 of a turn. That'll get me 7 or 8 seconds delay. Alright, now it's time to place my cable car on the track and see if I've done everything right. Am I on? It looks like it. Alright, make sure none of my alligator clips are touching. And we'll turn on the power. It stops at the optosensor when it covers it. It has its delay time and it goes back, covers the other optosensor, delays, and goes back. And of course the length of the line makes no difference. That's the Circutron AR2 automatic reverse circuit. If you follow the directions, you'll have an excellent addition to your HO layout.